Hey everybody, back again. It is Tuesday, April the 7th. This is day 19 since I've been home. but yeah, just want to first of all say thanks for all the positive feedback that I got from yesterday's video, the red beans and rice. They were really, really good. Came out really good, good flavor. I know a couple folks have said there's something they may end up trying. In fact, I got a call from somebody today who was at the grocery store looking for red beans. So, hey, it's an easy recipe. It's a fun recipe. So again, I hope everybody, if you haven't had a chance to do something like that, do it. It's fun. Like I said, a lot of good response. First of all, to Jay, thanks, man. Appreciate the comment. I would try to do the voice, but I can't do it. So anyway, but thank you for the compliment. Misty, you need to go out and buy a good knife. We'll talk a little bit more knives here in a minute. Nick, crawfish beignets, huh? That's if I can find everything I need, to be honest. I don't know what is in the budget right now, because as you can imagine, I don't exactly have a freezer full of crawfish, but maybe. We'll see. Brian, thank you for the compliment. Janet, the pasta, good idea. That's a definite maybe. That's something we can obviously do. And I'm not even going to comment on the whole thing about Charlotte. So there you go. Adam, gumbo might be something I've got. I might have enough stuff to do gumbo. Maybe I'll have to look. Jerry, thank you. I tried to make it very step by step. Hopefully that came off good. Ron, thanks for the compliment as well. And everybody else who contacted me, again, I do appreciate it. Like I said, this for me is a way to kind of keep in touch with everybody. Let everybody know what I'm doing. We're alive, breathing, and well. Last night, we watched the Monday Night Football Classic, I guess, or Retro, or whatever they're calling it. And it was the Saints 2006 game that was the first game back at the Dome. That game, a lot of us in and around New Orleans refer to as the rebirth game. Very emotional night watching that. Remembering where I was, 14 years ago for that, 13 and a half years ago now, I guess, for that, and the impact I think it made. I don't think people understand fully the impact that the Saints have with the city of New Orleans. It's a very special relationship. It's akin to how some of y'all around here in Northeast Alabama feel about Alabama and Auburn. It's very similar, that kind of love that's present. But yeah, it was just really, very special night to watch that. Tonight, gosh, I'll end up watching Curse of Oak Island. Starting here in a little bit. That is a show that, for whatever reason, I've been able to get into. I don't know that I've seen every episode, but I've seen most of the episodes. It's been something that history's always kind of fascinated me. Those of you who know me real well know that. Archaeology is also something I think is kind of interesting, and you can blame or credit the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the original back from '81, for some of that. But the concept of going in and finding things has always interested me, and I don't know what y'all's theories are. I was talking to my dad a few months ago about it. He seems to think that, yeah, there was obviously something there at some point in time, but he thinks there's nothing there. It's no longer there. It's been moved. If you've watched Curse of Oak Island, what do you think? If you've not watched Curse of Oak Island, like I said, I enjoy it. I don't always enjoy some of the added commentary that you get from the narrator or whatever you want to call the guy. But because some of it's like, dude, really? Yeah, we heard him. You don't have to repeat it what they just said, kind of a thing. If you haven't watched it, hey, give it a shot. What's the worst thing that happens? It's supposed to be, from what I understand, a pretty good episode tonight from what they're saying. But anyway. Oh, shirt of the day. Because apparently I'm trying not to repeat shirts. This is a Kari Sane shirt, NXT shirt. I think, what's her moniker? The Pirate Princess or something like that. She's half of the Kabuki Warriors who just lost the Women's Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania. For those who had to have a wrestling reference, good Lord. I want to talk a little bit though today about chef knives, because some people brought up, a couple people about, from yesterday. I'm of the opinion that everybody needs a good chef knife in their kitchen, in your home kitchen. And by a good chef knife, I'm not talking about the crap that you can buy at Walmart. There's not a knife at Walmart I would put in my kit. There's not a knife at Walmart I would use at the house. They're junk. You need to get you need to spend a decent amount of money on a good chef's knife. Also, there's a fad, trend, whatever, I think with a lot of people, these ceramic knives that are out now. I would not waste my time or money on that garbage, because it's just that, it's garbage. They're worthless. I don't care. And all this, as seen on TV, no. No. You're going to have to go out and get a decent knife. I'm not saying everybody needs to go buy a $350, $400 chef knife. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying you go buy a Global or a Shun or something like that. But there's some good knives out there that you can get for, 30, 40, 50 bucks that will last you literally a lifetime. Some folks use a Hinkle. I'm not as big of a fan on those personally. The Mercers are okay for what most folks would do at the house. I think a Mercer's a good knife. I'm not saying that everybody needs to hop in the car and take a drive up to Smoky Mountain Knife Works either, but if you are in the Gatlinburg area, it's a great place to look. I know when the last time I was down there, which has been years now, been 10 years I guess, but they had a really good selection of knives. So the point being is, there are some really good knives out there. If you have a question about specific knives, by all means, shoot me a message, leave a message, whatever, because at the end of the day, and you don't need, let me qualify that. You also don't need 6 or 7 different knives. You don't need to go buy a knife set for your kitchen. Most people are only going to use 1 or 2 knives on a daily basis, even in a professional kitchen. I mean, yes, I've got boning knives. I have one that I use specifically for fish. I have one I use specifically for beef. They're a little different in construction. But I mean, that's, to be honest, I don't even really need that. Conversely, I have a ton of knives, but I'm not using them all every day, even in a professional kitchen. So the point is, before you go spend, feel free to contact me. Feel free to, if you have my number, text me. If you're friends of mine on Facebook, send me a private message. Worst comes to worst, leave a message on here. The point is, I think it's important to get a good, solid knife. You're not going to get a good, solid knife at Walmart. It's not going to happen. There's nothing there that's a good, solid knife. Period. Or even, the point is, you need a good knife in your kitchen. It doesn't have to be some, $300, $400 knife, but it needs to be something that, is comfortable to you. Yesterday I kind of demonstrated how I hold the knife. Some people will even put their index finger on the top. That is not necessarily incorrect. It's not how I do it, but that's more of a personal feeling thing. What's comfortable to you. But I've seen folks literally who will hold knives in such a way that it scares the garbage out of me, because it's like, you got to be kidding me. You're going to end up cutting your fingers. One way to get away from cutting yourself as often is, again, to kind of hold it. If you hold it like I do, where most of it is here instead of most of it down here, you're going to find that it's easier to control. Also, I had the comment, oh my gosh, how quickly. But again, that's what I do. That's part of what I do for a living. Speed comes with time. The more you do it, the more, I don't know how many, I have no idea how many onions I've cut in my life. I really don't know. I don't think it's possible to calculate that. But the more you do something, the better, and the better you're going to get at it, the easier it's going to be. Anyway, all that to say, hopefully you guys have been enjoying these videos. I'm going to keep doing them. I mean, I've got to do something, because here it is. We're at the 7th of April, and the bare minimum at this point is going to be sometime in May, and that's minimum. We're not even sure of that right now. But I hope everybody is kind of staying safe. washing your hands, avoiding going outside if going out and being around people if you have to. Right now most of the running I'm doing is back and forth to the mailbox, the post office to drop off stuff, because I do some stuff on eBay. Some of you guys are aware. If you're interested in that, my eBay username is Leroy's Legendary Auctions, and mostly sports cards and sports memorabilia, things like that. I would, it's just something I've been doing for years. I think I've had an eBay account since like '98, so I've been doing it like 20 years or so now. But all of that to say, again, I appreciate all the feedback. Looking for more. I mean, if you got questions, by all means, send in questions. Send in comments. Like, subscribe. Ring the bell so you get to see when the next thing comes up. So again, just like I said, love the feedback so far. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. But you guys are going to kind of, like I've said, I think a couple episodes ago or whatever we're on, you guys kind of end up helping to dictate where we're going next, what we're doing next. I'm going to base that on y'all's feedback. Do you want me to do more cooking? You want to see, more of the knife skills. You want to see more things like that. If you do, by all means, again, let me know, because this is going to be, not solely up to y'all, but dependent a lot on y'all's feedback. So again, thank y'all. Appreciate you more than you know. Again, hope everyone's staying safe. Miss all y'all. Trust me. I know I don't normally like to speak for Janet, but we miss getting to see folks, and hopefully we'll see everybody soon.